Okay, so we're back for day 3, and today is going to be the big move day. So we got a lot of the infrastructure done. We started working on the east side of the track. Now what we got to do is get this big pile of dirt behind me kind of out of the way. And what we're going to do now is the west side of the track behind me here. We're going to get this one sorted out. And the first thing we got to do is there's some jumps that are going to go up top here, and I'm going to get them mapped out. And then this pile of dirt right here, there we go, I'm going to get that dug out. So yeah, so you know, on yesterday's video I used the time lapse, and I think I'm going to use that a lot on this one. All right, there you go. So we got it the way we wanted it to look. It's pretty much ready for tamping. What you can see is it's going to be just a fairly simple double. You're going to be coming up about right here, and you're going to be hitting that in about medium throttle, land, and then you're going to turn and come down here to this corner. One thing I wanted to show you guys was on this particular jump, because I don't want it to be too big, I rounded off the top before I ran the tamper, instead of having it peaked at all, and that'll help the cars kind of, instead of launching off of it, they're basically going to not roll over it, but it'll just be a different angle. I got the slope just about right, and that's kind of where I want to keep it. Again, I don't want to have any sort of kick. I want it to the cars to just kind of flow over it really well. And then the landing is actually higher. If you guys can get a look, the landing is a little bit higher than the takeoff, because this section of the track is uphill, and that's kind of what I was hoping for. So I lengthened out the landing zone to just make it really smooth. And I'm still debating on whether or not I'm going to put like something right here, maybe a roller, just something to slow it up a little bit. We'll see how much dirt I have left when this is all over. But one more thing before we move on to the next one is it's always a good rule of thumb to make the landings wider than the takeoff, and that's why I came up and I added some dirt to the side there that I'm going to use the tractor to kind of hold up. But if you can't get that, at least make them even. The pipe will actually be probably about 6 to 8 inches in, right about where this rock is right there. So instead of being over here, it'll be about right there, and that's about right. So it's the first lane, so you're looking straight down on it. Should be plenty of room. But this one's all good to go. Okay, so you can see things really coming along over there. Nick Sneathen just came about an hour ago and is helping me tamp, so that's awesome. We got this top section tamped and watered, and now we're going to do one of the next parts is this big tabletop. It's not very tall, but it is long, and I wanted to have a nice downside at the end there, and a short little takeoff at the start. So basically, you can kind of see the white lines. You'll come down off of here, and you'll take a sharp right-hander into a 180 right here. That'll set you up for the tabletop before the straightaway. So we want to make the takeoff a little bit peaky so that you can get some air, so you can clear the whole thing and make the landing. We'll see if we can get a time lapse of the tamper. Well, okay guys, this video is going to skip ahead a little bit in time, but I just spent the last couple hours really hammering out what was left here. Everything's been done with the tamper at least once. Some things have been twice. I've had some help. Nick Pavel and Nick Sneathen came to help. Josiah Roby came to help me today, so appreciate those three dudes for taking the time to spend some time on the whacker to get this track laid out. I just want to show you guys what we've done, and then we'll close this thing out. All right, so today I kind of had to make a big circle because I had a bunch of dirt in the middle of the racetrack, and I needed to get everything set today so that we can spend pretty much all day tomorrow putting in more work, getting all this tamped in and rolled in with the tractor and everything. All these sides have got to be done so they can hold up. One really important thing for me when I'm building a track is because we do have a lot of elevation, I don't like anything to crumble or fall down. So I'll try to do as much as I can with the tractor to get these sides rolled in, and then tomorrow, for instance, I'll come in and I'll rake all this out and I'll roll it again with the tractor and then do any finishing touches with the plate tamper. But you guys saw the jump earlier with the time lapse, and spent a little bit more time on this trying to get this downhill smoothed out. And then we put in this tabletop. You saw the time lapse of Nick Sneathen getting this tabletop done. It's real low, and it's going to have just a nice thing to have before the start of the straightaway. This is going to be a very rhythmy track. So there's our tractor. The straightaway, spent a lot of time on it today. Really trying to get all the lumps and the low spots and the high spots taken care of. Got all that dug out. And then the way up, I had to kind of work on a little bit because I was grabbing some dirt from up there, so the tires kind of put in a little divot, and so I had to refill it up with a little bit more dirt. And then here we go. So this is the finishing touch. So on every track that I do, I try to have some sort of showcase jump or section that really make people need to talk about, think about when they're driving, or think about how they're going to attack it. And I've wanted to do not necessarily an option line, but just a section that has multiple ways through it. And these may look like 4 simple doubles, but you can triple and double onto that little tabletop turn. You can double and then roll up. That's probably what the stock guys will end up doing, I'm pretty sure. And you can also double in and basically triple out. You can land barely, but you can land on top of there. It took a couple tries to get to the jumps just right. You can see, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I've come in and really tried to fine tune it with the shovel and the whacker. And this final landing needed some work, so just got done doing that. But yeah, that's going to be a fun section. It'll be interesting in Mod 2-wheel because Mod 2-wheel can do it all 3 ways. Mod 4-wheel, I don't know. I don't think we're going to be able to quad it, but I mean, you never know. If you come down these stairs, here's the staircase. I love making staircases. But if you can come down the staircase and kind of use that as a berm right there, you never know. You might be able to clear it. But either way, and then the final thing was this. I had to make a decision today on how I was going to build this. I know we needed a way up to hit that top double, but I wasn't sure if I wanted to maybe make this like a jump up and then another jump there, or if I wanted to do it a little slower, where this turn right here is going to be pretty tight, and you would be able to basically you'll hit that. There's barely anything there, so it'll be one of those things where you're coming down here, turning, coming up, you're going to double, and then you'll roll up this and probably jump a little bit and then set yourself up for this right here. So when I drew this out, that was a triple, but there wasn't a whole lot of room there to put a triple, and I actually kind of like how it ended up being. This is going to be a really fun section right here too. So woo, we are getting close to being done. Tomorrow's just going to be more tamping with the whacker, and then I'll probably start pulling out some pipe and getting everything in place, because we got to really clean that up over there. And then eventually we'll be reinstalling the back wall now that I have a straightaway and a flat area to do so. So sorry for bloviating a whole bunch, but we're about done. You know, I got scheduled for 3 full days, and we're going to use all of them. And Thursday, you know, I'll be in here anyways, just kind of finishing up anything I might need to finish. I'll be cleaning some more. I'm going to be replacing some banners and just making this place look good for the club race on Saturday. And then eventually, not eventually, but 2 weeks away, June 6th, will be our Summer Series Round 1. Unless something crazy happens with the state of Nebraska, but I think we're going to be all right. So appreciate you guys tuning in, and I can't wait to show you this thing when it's all done. This is going to be a vastly different racetrack than what we've had for the last 6 months. So thanks for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe, like, tell your friends, and we'll make a new video for you tomorrow.